Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Zen Tech India Limited Q1 FY25 maiden earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference call is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Sangamitra Borgohain, Managing Director from Zen Tech India Limited. Thank you, and over to you.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to Zen Tech India Limited maiden earnings call for the first quarter of the financial year 2025. I would like to begin by expressing my gratitude to all of you for taking out time and join us today. I have on call with me today Mr. Anjani Goel, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Sunil Khorawat, Chief Business Officer, Mr. Ashish Goel, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer, and Adfactors PR, our investor relationship team. We have shared our results update presentation. I hope you all must have received it. Since this is our maiden earnings call, I would like to share a brief insight about our company, some recent development in industry scenario before we get into the business and financial performances of the first quarter of the financial year 2025. Zen Tech India Limited was incorporated in 1994 with their core focus on civil construction business, providing services related to design, supply, and building retaining structures. In addition to this, today we have actively engaged in the sustainable theme park development, where our focus involves creating theme parks through the utilization of recycled scrap materials. Simultaneously, we are dedicated to implementing innovative wastewater management solutions for industrial units, employing the cutting-edge GUIDE technology. This dual commitment underscores our holistic approach to sustainable practices, transforming discarded material into recreational spaces while efficiently managing industrial wastewater through state-of-the-art technology. We have developed 6 theme parks, mostly located in Delhi, NCR, and UP at this point of time. We have also 10 upcoming theme parks. We have completed 30-plus projects, and 49-plus projects are also ongoing with a total order book of worth rupees 145 crore. Our vision is to conceptualize, design, and execute innovative solutions to underpin environmentally conscious urban development and resilient business growth. Our mission is to be a catalyst for positive change and enable our clients to elevate health quotient of their engagement with the environment and communities. Our growth at Zen Tech India Limited is driven by an efficient business model that emphasizes careful project selections and cost optimization. This approach, coupled with strategic planning and the use of modern construction equipment, enhances our efficiency and profit margin. We conduct thorough technical surveys, feasibility studies, and cost analysis to ensure timely project completion. We have presence in more than 20 states across India. Our experienced engineering and management teams rigorously oversee operational, administrative, and financial aspects to avoid cost and time overruns. Our commitment to quality assurance and adherence to project specifications fosters strong client relationships and build our reputation for excellence. Most of our clients give us repeat orders and have been with us for last many years. Zen Tech India Limited is expanding in its geographical footprint beyond its current presence, aiming to tap into new markets and customer bases, particularly in West and South India. Our growth strategy emphasizes both market expansion and sustainability. We are committed to operating in an environment-friendly manner and adopt measures such as cover sheds, water sprinklers, and windshields for dust depression monitoring systems for pollutants and green vegetation surrounding our facilities. Our internal R&D setup, led by Mr. Bukram Homal and Kabashri, is crucial to our innovation strategy. The well-equipped R&D team focuses on developing new products and improving services based on customer needs. This commitment to research and innovative drives our business and enhances customer satisfaction. As we advance our dedication to delivering high-quality, cost-effective solutions, and our proactive approach to sustainable development will drive us to achieve new milestones and exceed client expectations. Thank you for your continued support as we build a future defined by excellence and environmental stewardship. Now, let's talk about some of our recent developments. One of our key achievements is our IPO listing on June 5th, 2024. This journey began with filing our DRHP, followed by the RHP, and culminated in a successful IPO that was oversubscribed by more than 371 times. We raised 37.30 crores through the issuance of 33.91 lakh new shares. The primary goals were to address the company's working capital needs, fund-generated corporate purposes, and cover the associate expenses. We are thrilled to have received such strong support from our investors and analysts who play a crucial role in this process. We are also proud to be listed on the prestigious NSE FME platform. This listing will enhance our visibility in the financial market and pave the way for future growth. Recently, we have announced that Happiness Park, located in Lucknow, UP, has been officially opened to the public on 11th of July 2024. This significant milestone aligns with our committed deadlines and showcases our dedication to timely project completion. We are delighted to share that within 1 month of its opening, the park has already welcomed 137,495 numbers of visitors. This overwhelming response reflects the excitement and enthusiasm of the community towards this new attraction. Speaking from industry's point of view, India faces a severe waste management crisis with overflowing landfills posing significant health and environmental risks. The country has over 3,100 landfills, each contributing to the worsening problem. Major cities are struggling with this issue. Delhi, Ghazipur in Okhla, and Bhalswa landfill are overwhelmed, with Ghazipur being the largest and most problematic, dealing with 11,332 tons of daily waste. Mumbai's Deonar landfill, oldest and largest in the country, receives around 6,400 tons of waste daily and has led to serious health concerns due to harmful gases. Efforts are underway to close and rehabilitate it by 2005. The metal recycling industry in India offers significant environmental and economic benefits. Recycling metal scrap conserves natural resources, reduces energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions, and minimizes landfill waste. It also creates job opportunities, promotes economic growth, and enhances resources security by reducing reliance on imports. Additionally, we provide lower production costs to manufacturers. Government support and public awareness further bolster the industry's effectiveness, making it a crucial component of India's effort towards sustainability and economic development. The Indian government has recognized the importance of metal scrap recycling and has taken several steps to support and encourage the industry. Initiatives such as metal recycling policy, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and Make in India have created a favorable environment for the recycling sector to thrive. The Indian water and wastewater treatment market, valued at $1.51 billion in 2022, is expected to grow at a CAGR of 11.22 from 2023 to 2028. The Indian water and wastewater treatment technology market size is estimated at $1.02 billion USD in 2024. This growth is driven by government initiatives such as the Atal Mission for Regeneration and Urban Transformation, National Mission for Clean Ganga, and Community Drinking Water Schemes aimed at improving water quality and managing wastewater. Rapid urbanization and increased sewage in cities like Delhi and Bombay have heightened the need for effective treatment solutions. Despite a sewage treatment capacity of 31,841 million liters per day, only 28% of urban sewage is treated, within 72% remaining untreated. So there lies a huge potential. India's infrastructure sector is crucial for its economic advancement. The government's commitment to infrastructure development is evident through substantial initiatives and investments. In the recent budget, the Indian government has allocated rupees 11,11,11 crore for infrastructure development, amounting to 3.4% of GDP. This includes rupees 1.5 lakh crores in long-term interest-free loans to states to support resource allocation. The phase 4 of Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana will be launched to provide all-weather connectivity to 25,000 rural habitations. Additionally, financial support of rupees 11,500 crore has been earmarked for projects such as Koshi-Messi Intrastate Link, along with 20 other ongoing new schemes. Looking ahead, India's infrastructure strategy involves substantial investment to achieve its $5 trillion economy goal by 2025. Initiatives such as the Maritime India Vision 2030 and plans for new air connectivity are crucial for further development. Overall, the infrastructure sector development remains a cornerstone for India's economic strategy, aiming to deliver the world-class facility and support the country's rapid growth and development. So now coming to our financial performance. First quarter for the year 25. In the first quarter ended on 30th June 2024, our company achieved a net revenue of rupees 16.2 crore, an increase of nearly 50.8% year-on-year on account of robust growth in sustainable theme park business, with EBITDA has increased by 2 times, standing at 3.4 crore in quarter 1, financial year for 25, as against 1.2 crore in the year 24. Profit after tax, PAT, was 2.4 crore in the year FY25 against 1 crore in the year 24, showing a significant increase of 129.4% year-on-year. Basic EPS stood at rupees 2.26 in first quarter, financial year for 25. That is all from our side. We can now open the floor for questions and answer session.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We'll take our first question from the line of Sahil Sharma from Columbus Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, congratulations for a good set of numbers. I had a question on the parks division. I just wanted to understand that if we take all the projects that we are executing right now, what does the EPC order book look like? Basically, over the next few quarters, what is the total EPC revenue we will get from the contracts that we are executing right now?
For this, I think Mr. Sunil Horawat will be the right concerned person who can answer your questions. Suniti.
Sunil sir, can you unmute, please?
Yeah, sorry about that. The EPC revenue will constitute around in next 3 quarters would be somewhere in the range of around 60 plus crores.
Right, sir. And this is with the contracts that are going on right now. And can you give any color on what contracts we have bid on right now? And basically, what are the expected, number or any qualitative aspect where we can win contracts in the next 3 quarters?
So we have almost around 20 odd projects where the tenders are either floated or the tenders are in the process of coming out. And we expect to win majority of them within next probably by end of December.
Wonderful, sir. And sir, right now we have 2 parks, which is the Lucknow parks, I think Harmony and Happiness, where we are getting ticketing revenue also.
UP
Sir, when
Darshan
can
and
we start
Happiness. UP Darshan and Happiness.
UP
UP Darshan and Happiness.
Yes.
It's not Harmony is going to open in the next probably 3 to 4 months.
Understood, sir. Understood. Yes, UP Darshan and Happiness are there, and Harmony will open in 3 to 4 months. Actually, sir, that is what I was trying to understand that can you share some timeline where the next few parks will open, where we can start getting ticketing revenues?
So we expect that starting October onwards, till March, we will have 1 opening every month.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll get back in the queue.
Sure.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Rohit Priyadarshi, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. Am I clearly audible?
Yes, you are.
Hi. So my question is related to the theme park only, from the Lucknow one, the UP Darshan Park and Happiness Park. So I want to understand what is the amount of capex that you have done in both of these parks.
So our total capex between these 2 parks is in the range of around some 3 odd crore rupees, because significant part of the capex is done by the government.
Okay. And second question is, sir, I want to also understand the process. How do you identify park for development? Like, how do you connect with LDA? Because most of the parks in the Lucknow area is owned by LDA only. So just can you please clarify the process?
So, as you would understand that most of the parks are either run by municipal corporations or by the development authorities in the respective cities. So our approach is usually to reach out to both of them. Now, depending on the location and depending on the size of the park which we like, then we, suggest a kind of a possible theme to the required, authority. Once a theme is discussed, then the process of tendering and everything starts. So, for example, in Lucknow, we are also talking to the municipal corporation for a potential site, and we might do it there with them as well.
Okay. Sir, just one more question. So,
Yeah.
I want to understand the revenue sharing model. Like, if I talk about the Happiness Park in Lucknow, so I also, I visited there and I tried to observe things. Like, there were shops inside the campus. So I want to understand the revenue of that, the rent that the shop owner is paying. Is it coming to us or is it going to LGA? How does this work?
So a part of the rental which comes, goes to the government, and a part remains with us. Along with that, with all those establishments, we also have a revenue sharing model. So we get, revenue share of whatever their sales happen. So we have access to the POS, and we control what kind of a sales has happened, and we get that every month.
Okay. So is there any specific percentage like 50-50 or 60-40, any kind of revenue sharing percentage?
No, so these guys, they pay us a fixed rental, right? We can't charge 50-60%. That's not, they won't make money. So our objective is always that you need to create win-win situations. So we charge a fixed rental plus a 15% revenue share. The entire investment is theirs, So we make money on two counts. We make a fixed revenue on the rental side, and we make a variable revenue on a revenue share side.
Okay. And so the ticketing revenue is coming to us directly?
Ticketing revenue comes to us, and then we give the government their due share.
Okay. Sure. Thank you, and I'll get back into you.
Sure.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Dinesh Kulkarni from Finsight. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes. You are very audible.
Thank you. First of all, very congratulations on a good set of numbers and for this maiden earnings call. My question is, sir, you mentioned we have somewhere around 140 to 150 crores of order book, right, across segments.
Right.
Like, what is the timelines for achieving these? Like, is it all of it will happen in this financial year itself, or it will be spread over the next financial year as well?
It will be spread over the next financial year as well, because some of our orders, particularly related to geosynthetics, part of the business, usually get executed a period of 18 to 24 months. And moreover, as you will understand that large part of our projects are outdoor projects. So the first 2 quarters always remain a little challenging depending on the various degree or the timing of the rains across the country.
Okay, sir, got it. Thanks for that. So, the question is, so can we just get a approximate share, like how much you are expecting will happen in based on your estimates, approximations? How much of that will come in?
Around 60% will happen in this financial year.
This financial year.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Great. Sir, another different question, more of a technical one. You mentioned that we have this water technology where we, it's something
without
separate chemicals, right?
Water.
Yeah. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So what my question is, how scalable this technology is, sir? Because is it specific to you? Use it only for some set of projects, or is it can be given out on patented technology so that you can give it to some other companies and you can make royalty on top of that?
See, it's a good question. The technology is very scalable because the technology is a higher degree of extraction technology, which is called eutectic-free extraction. The difference between our technology and other technology is, that the kind of a purity which we can get on the recovered chemicals is extremely high. Now, as a company, currently we have been working on few compounds. But at the same time, what I mean is that we are executing projects of few compounds, but we are in the process of continuously adding more compounds in our bouquet of recovering of the chemicals. So as long as we keep adding more compounds, the business can be very scalable, not only in India, outside India as well. To your second, suggestion, which is about, licensing out the technology and then earning a royalty out of it. Our belief is that, it's still early stage. We need to probably ensure that we have done, enough number of projects to show that the concept works well. And that is the reason why we chose the difficult path of, addressing this need to very demanding customers, and so that the technology gets fully, fine-tuned and probably works well. So as we speak, we have blue chip customers like Grasim, Gujarat Alkali and Chemicals, Naveen Fluorine, DCM Shriram. Very, very discerning and demanding customers where we have executed these projects. So going forward, yes, there is a possibility that we can, license out certain part of the technology and earn a royalty out of it. But as of now, our focus is to do more of these projects ourselves,
Yeah, got this. Thank you for that detailed, answer. So my question related to this, as we see, we have made almost 12.12 crores of, revenue in this quarter, which is phenomenal, considering the previous year, financial year. My question is like, how much of, say, like, whatever the molecules which you extract from the wastewater, how do we, how do we segregate? Do you segregate the revenues based on like how much you have resold those chemicals again back, or is it just clubbed as part of this waste water?
No, so as of now, sir, we don't sell this chemical. Currently, all our projects are more EPC driven. The client who is paying for it gets the access to these chemicals.
Okay.
So we don't take that part of the operations as of now. But going forward, let's say when we offer this solution on a more like a BO model, yes, at that point of time, we'll be in a position to sell these chemicals.
Okay, so currently we are just segregating those chemicals and giving out to the clients, right?
And
okay.
So client has two benefits. One, they get access to chemicals, and the other, they also get clean water to use.
Right. So, so this wastewater, revenue which we have mentioned, it is only the segregation revenue here. There is no EPC
no
or any other. How do I see this breakup of this 2.63 crores of revenue?
This is purely part EPC of the project. This is not about segregation of the chemicals. So we are executing projects. So this is only a part revenue out of those EPC projects.
Okay, it's part revenue. Okay.
Yeah.
So this, okay, sir, I see that, the margins which you are generating on this wastewater management is phenomenal. It's close to 25% plus or something, Wanted to know, is this really sustainable going forward, or do you see, because a lot of other players are getting into the similar kind of a business line across, this space.
No,
do you think this margin is
difficult line? So this is pretty difficult line. It has taken us, years of work to probably commercialize the technology. So first of all, there are not too many players operating into this line, and that's an opportunity as well as a challenge, because we need to do more of hard selling to the customers, because, who would like to try it first is the challenge, So we feel in a specialized job like this kind of a margin is sustainable. So I don't see that as a problem, going forward.
Okay, got it, sir. And my last question is, we have done a fantastic work on this theme park, which is quite visible in the numbers. Do you, given the current set of ongoing projects and the parks which are already operating, what kind of approximate revenue numbers you expect for this financial year and the next financial year?
So, we expect around 60-65% of the revenue come from the theme park business, and the balance, 35-40% will come from our other two businesses. We see, the theme park business is more like a, monopoly business to us at this point of time. And with the kind of a momentum we have been able to generate and the kind of a business model which we have been able to show to the government, our pipeline is really, full, and probably it's top of the line, So we expect that 60-70%, 65-70% will continue to come from the theme park part of the business.
Right. And that number could hit,
Kulkarni, may I request you to join back the queue, please, as we have other participants waiting?
Thank you. Yeah, I'll join back the queue. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Bharat Reddy, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, sir. So my question is, what is the revenue
Mr. Reddy, can you use your handset mode, please? Your audio is not very clear.
Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So, what is the revenue contribution of each quarter in percentage terms to overall financial year numbers? And any seasonality in the business? And if yes, the reasons for same.
I didn't get your first question clearly. I heard the second part of seasonality, part. So I can answer the first seasonality part, and then, you can ask your question again, the first one. Yes, there is a seasonality part in the business for a couple of reasons. One, even when we do an EPC projects, most of our projects are outdoor projects. And because they are outdoor projects, the first half of the year is always challenging from a point of view of rains, floods, and everything else. Also, similarly, because these are the outdoor projects, let's say when we talk about the theme parks also, so we have, lesser footfall compared to what we see in the second half of the year,
Okay. Yeah, I will come back to my first question. So the question was, what is the revenue contribution of each quarter? I mean, we have 4 quarters, right? So I'm trying to understand what would be the revenue contribution of each quarter to overall financial year numbers.
I think that will continue in the same range as, I believe, 60 to 70%.
Oh, sorry, I did not get that.
I said, the revenue contribution will continue to be in the range of 60 to 70% every quarter in terms of the theme park, and the other 2 businesses will continue to contribute 30-40%. Probably might be, slightly higher in the second half, considering they will be able to execute projects faster, particularly the geotech business.
Okay. So H1 versus H2, can I assume H2 contributes 60% and then H1 40 roughly?
Yes, 2/3, 1/3.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Sahil Sharma from Columbus Capital. Please go ahead.
Sir, one thing I was just thinking about in the parks business, sir, for the part of the capital that we have to put up, sir, and then there is a part of the capital which government is putting up. So basically, my understanding is that the part which government is putting up comes as EPC revenue. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Right. Sir, basically, the part that we have to put up, that basically we are funding through this IPO accruals and all of that basically.
That gets capitalized, yeah, absolutely. That's actually, if you think of it, that's our margin which we are capitalizing.
Right. Basically, sir, let's say there is a 10 crore contract. In that 10 crore contract, 5 crore government has to give and 5 crore we have to give. And on that 5 crore that government has to give, that part is EPC. That part we are getting as revenue, right? So basically, what I'm trying to understand is what we have to contribute. It looks a bit higher than our margin actually.
No,
like
so let me explain to you slightly more realistically as probably is happening.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, in all our hybrid projects, we don't like to, or neither we want to put more than 10 to 20% of the total cost of the project. So let's say if the project is worth 10 crore rupees, and my cost of that project is 6 crore rupees. So government is putting 8 crore, government is giving me 8 crore rupees. So I am making an EPC margin of 2 crore rupees. and I am the 2 crore of my further margin getting as a part of my contribution to the project. So I am, making money on both sides of the equation. That my 2 crore investment goes towards, my revenue sharing for next 20 years.
Understood. Sir, in cases where it's like more CapEx we have to do, in that cases, this IPO funds and all that would be used, right?
Absolutely. And in that case, what we will do, Sahil, is that, probably we have, much significant revenue stream. So, for example, it can be as high as 95%, 90%. So basic idea is that we want to recover any of our investment in probably not more than 1.5 years, and total project life cycle is minimum 20 years.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Sir, just on this one follow-up, sir. If we look at the map of the kind of projects we are getting, we see a lot of projects coming from Delhi, from Uttar Pradesh. Sir, can you give any updates on any of the other large states, let's say Gujarat, Karnataka?
So we have. I got your question. There is a reason behind why the growth probably has come from these two states. Obviously we started from Delhi. We got our first breakthrough in Delhi, and today Delhi proudly claims to be the world's largest waste to art city. And I won't be surprised, as a country, we are the world's largest waste to art country in the world. Now, obviously, as Delhi NCR belt, we were able to get entry into both Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. But we chose to focus on Uttar Pradesh just being the sheer size of the state, So thankfully we made significant inroads into UP, and now we are, going across the whole state and doing these projects. Having said that, we, once we established our business model, this has spread across the country, So today we executing projects in Maharashtra. We have in pipeline Rajasthan, Gujarat, Karnataka, Odisha, Kerala. So we are Meghalaya. So we are now going across country,
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Sir, actually, like you mentioned, sir, 20 such projects are currently it is being drafted and the tenders will come out. Sir, one question is, for all these tenders, there will be working capital requirement, there will be expression of interest, there will be some performance guarantee that we have to give. Sir, do we have to either take debt or raise equity, or we have enough funding for next, let's say, 1 year or something?
We have funding for the next year.
Okay.
Because our businesses are profitable enough that they are cash generating too. So
wonderful,
we don't
wonderful.
see that as a challenge,
Superb, sir. Thank you so much. I'll get back. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you. We'll take a next question from the line of Rakshit Shetty from Apex. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
What would be the revenue and PAT margins guidance for this FY25?
Now, am I allowed to probably say it, or I don't know? Being the first call, I am. Amit, are you there?
Sir, it's okay, sir. It's in SME, it's very much. Sir, in your investor presentation in the morning, you have mentioned ongoing projects is around, if I add all the three segments, it's coming around 195 crores. So how much will be executed in this financial year?
No, 145.
No, so we will be executing billing of somewhere around 120 crores.
Okay. Sir, my first question. What about?
Your first question was in regard to the number, as I told you, that would be the revenue number. As far as the PAT guidance is concerned, it will be in the similar range, which we are currently operating. So it should be somewhere around 20 odd crores.
Okay, sir. Sir, and what are the PAT margins of the theme park business?
PAT margin of the theme park business remains in the range of around 20+%.
Okay. Okay. And also, sir, can you throw some light on your geotechnical solutions business model and your specialization in retain earth wall?
Yeah. So, Sanghamitra, you want to answer that?
Yes. Can you just, sir, can you just repeat the question specifically? Hello?
Mr.
Yes,
Shetty?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Can you just repeat your question?
Oh, okay. Sure. So can you throw some light on your geotechnical solutions business model in terms and your specialization in retain earth wall?
Yes. Okay. In the geotechnical segment, I mean, retain earth wall is one portion of application of work which we do. So similarly, we have like 3 more other applications which we are specialized in. But the majority of the revenue comes from retained earth wall. Yes, that is true. But then we are now trying to expand more on the other applications like slope protection work and ground improvement and landslide mitigation. So these, I mean, with all the environmental disaster and, with all the natural calamities happening, we know that like there are lots of landslide issues which is going on in the country, right? So, I mean, we have a dedicated team for that, and then we are trying to expand on that segment mostly. So retained earth wall business would be definitely be there as we being the pioneer and the oldest segment of business which JetTech has in its kitty.
Okay. Fair enough. And also, sir, one more last. And sir, how much since you are charging in the theme park business, charging ticket fees, how much is the repeated customer incoming, sir?
Very difficult to track as of now, but when we have done some qualitative surveys, we have found people coming there regularly because it has become a destination. But we don't have a kind of a quantifiable number as of now.
Okay. Sir, what are the value additions apart from the ticket? Once the order execution is done, which is one time, and ticketing will be throughout. And what are the other areas which are contributing, like food and beverage and fun rides in the park?
Food and beverages, kids activities, retail, adventure activities, all these events, all these branding, advertisement, all these can contribute to the revenue stream.
Okay. ZTech itself is doing or they are outsourcing it?
We are mostly as of now we are outsourcing it. Gradually, as we are learning the tricks of the trade, we will figure out how to probably do it ourselves. Some of the things
Yes. As margins are very much high in this type of businesses.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Aditya, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hi, sir. So I'm having one question regarding the HAM project. So we are going to execute 79 crores worth of project. How much of those projects are HAM projects?
So the theme park businesses mostly are now HAM projects.
Okay, so out of the 79 crores, almost 70-80% is HAM project, right?
Absolutely.
And previously they were EPC projects.
Previously they were EPC projects, sir.
Okay, and if we are doing if we are doing so much of the HAM project, how would our balance sheet look like? We'll be giving equity of around 10 to 20% as you have mentioned in this call. So that portion would become part of our property, plant and equipment?
I think so. It will become part of our asset side only.
Okay.
And what sometimes it's 10%, sometimes it's 20%.
So how
Mr.
will the
Aditya,
accounting work in
may I
that
request
case?
you to
Yes, ma'am?
join back the queue, please, as we have other participants waiting.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to answer queries from all participants, please restrict your questions to two at a time. You may join back the queue for follow-up questions. We'll take our next question from the line of Rahil Shah from Crown Capital. Please go ahead. I'm sorry, the line is disconnected. We'll take our next question from the line of Sahil Sharma from Columbus Capital. Please go ahead.
Sir,
Sahil is back again.
Sir, actually, can you just explain the economics of the operation side of it? Basically, what is the cost basically? Let's say we are getting some ticketing revenue. What other types of revenue we get while operating, and what is the cost side roughly?
So there are as far as the income revenue side is concerned, the first thing starts with the ticket. Then is the F&B rental and a fixed share. Then it's the kids adventure activities also has a fixed rental plus rev share. Then, there are events which people want to do it, so they pay a rental, and obviously they pay for the tickets for entry into the park. Then the revenue, which so far we haven't captured yet, is for the branding, advertisements, opportunities inside the park, which can be leveraged. So these would be more of a revenue side of the business. Now expenses side basically consists of, the water and electricity, housekeeping, security, ticketing management, regular normal maintenance which probably is required, whether it's for the artwork or the civil electrical types. So these will be more like the expenses side.
Sir, any rough estimates you can give, sir, like how much we might project for a typical park, let's say one of the UP parks, according to us, how much could be like the ticketing revenue, the non-ticketing but, recurring revenue, and then like costs for operating?
Honestly is, this being the first year of our operations, right, where we are into the operation of these parks, though so far the numbers have been far, far, far higher than our expectations. I think it'll be a little early on for me to probably, project that, because as I mentioned earlier, we are also, these fabulous numbers came onto a season where probably it's a low turnout, high heat earlier and then high rains. Still probably as, Sanghamitra mentioned, we had like close to around 150,000 visitors in Happiness Park in 1 month of opening. In UP Darshan Park, since March, I think mid of March till now,
we
have had, close to 3.5-4 lakh, visitors, and so the numbers are very, very encouraging, and we expect that generally these parks, because these parks are mostly currently in North India, post, rainy season till February, March, we see, huge footfall, that's based on our past experience of seeing that in the Delhi parks,
So basically,
Sharma, I request you to join back the queue, please, as we have participants in the queue. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to restrict to one question, please. Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Rahil Shah from Crown Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, hi sir. So just want to reconfirm the guidance for this year. So when you said 120 crore billing, so that is the revenue we will recognize?
Yes.
So, but then what gives you confidence, like, because the quarter one has been really slow, and so when will we see the ramp up to reach the 20 crore PAT as well?
So as I mentioned, our real work of construction starts in more of an H2, post rainy season. We also see significant footfall upside also in the second half of the year. We also see more of a revenue share coming in also in the second half of the year. So we are, more than, sure about numbers which we need to achieve this year.
And we will repeat it for the next year as well, the trajectory?
I mean, it goes without saying, right?
Okay, because your order book was at 140 to 150 crores, I guess, right, for the year?
Right, but also you need to keep in mind that you have had more than 3 months of, model code of conduct, where there were orders not getting finalized across the country. So that period just ended in the month of June, June 6th.
Okay, just quickly then, any order book outlook by year end for the next year?
Yeah, we have.
Difficult to answer at this point of time, but I expect a minimum order book end of the year should be in the range of around 200 crore plus.
Perfect. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Ashwini, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just wanted to understand that earlier you had mentioned that there are about 20 projects which are in the tender or in the bidding stages, and we are hoping to win majority of them. So is it because most of these parks have been identified by us and then discussed by us with the municipal corporation and then the tenders have been floated? I mean, what gives us the confidence then that we will win majority of these tenders?
Because we have been, working from the day one, right from the ideation to everything else. So that gives us the confidence. Moreover, the order sizes are such that not too many people can also, can execute such projects as of now.
Yeah, so that's what I was asking, that from day one, from the ideation stage, we are constantly in touch with the corporation, and after that the tenders have been closed.
Yeah. So we, not only ideation, we plant the seed in their mind that how this is such a wonderful thing for them to do for public at large, and also make some money for the authorities or the corporations. Also to probably, the money which they make from here, they can put that money into upkeep of so many more parks.
Perfect. And is it okay to assume that most of these future parks will be on the revenue sharing model?
I would say 80-90% of them would be on the revenue sharing model. Or in some cases, why I say 80%, is because some states are saying that you just pay us a fixed rental, we don't want revenue sharing from a simplification point of view, and we are more than happy to do that. So we have currently 3 more jobs like that, which are being worked on a fixed rental basis, no revenue sharing.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Manish from Middleton Capital. Please go ahead. Mr. Manish? We'll take our next question from the line of Akbar Khan, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. What I wanted to understand is how is the revenue model for the wastewater management? Is it similar to the theme parks? Like how many years we run the project? That is something. And how is
Not as of now, Mr. Khan. As of now, our current model is purely EPC plus O&M in some cases. But our intent is going forward, we should be in a position to offer on a BO or BOT basis as well. But as of now, it's purely an EPC model.
Okay. And next question is with respect to scaling. How is it with respect to the wastewater management?
Scaling, a lot of hard work, though there is an unmet demand which is out there, but every requirement as of now is very customized. So that's where it takes a little more time. As we move forward and we probably make it a more like a cookie cutter, offer more standardized solutions, then it will become fast, scalable at a much faster pace.
Thank you for the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question is from the line of Rakshit Shetty from Apex. Please go ahead.
Sir, what are the major challenges being faced in the execution, sir, of the projects in all three segments respectively?
Sir, major challenges, number one is nature. Number two is site conditions. Number three is manpower. Very conventional challenges which any project execution faces. There is nothing very unique about it, except, in theme parks, sometimes we have to struggle for the kind of a waste material which is required, and a corporation or authority might not have it. Then we need to work with them to probably reach out to other government agencies to probably, figure out and source other waste materials. So these are the kind of challenges which are there.
Okay. Sir, and the fast forward, the sports complex which you are building in UP, is it the first one or?
That's the first one, sir.
Okay. As pickleball, there is a major push in North America and all. It's slowly coming into India also. That's a good thing, sir. Thank you.
So that's the whole idea, that to probably bring in these, health-driven sports, which can be played in a quick format, and create a good, healthy environment overall.
Okay. Any such
Shetty,
sports
I request you
complex?
to join back, please.
Oh, fine.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Rachit Pandey from RI Assets. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. While most of the questions have been asked by other participants, just one question from my side. We've spoken about international expansion in our early presentation in the theme park division of the business. Is there anything imminent, something in the works that's going on? Just some clarity on that. Thank you.
There are, a couple of discussions which have happened. We need to probably actively pursue them. As of now, we have been, inundated with far too many projects, and some of them are, very, very prestigious projects from its timeline and overall exposure point of view. So we have to put more resources on the international side. But we do have, inquiries come from several countries,
So, sir, assuming these are international orders, so realization should be far higher. So would it be prudent to have some part of our resources channelized towards these international orders?
You are absolutely right. So we are working on that, and we expect that, second half of the year, we will have the team in place to probably, drive that strategy. Part of our strategy is also to probably, work with the Indian External Affairs Ministry to create this more as a friendship park. So we have also started the dialogue with the, External Affairs Ministry, similarly like Ministry of Tourism. So these parks can be created in other countries to promote Indian tourism potential, So we are working on several directions,
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry, sir. Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Dinesh Kulkarni from Finsight. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thanks for giving me another opportunity. My question is pretty simple, actually, and just what we were discussing. What I can see is like we have almost 50 projects, ongoing projects, but our team size is just 75 plus, and I'm sure that it includes, the higher level management as well. And my question is like, and we are getting into multiple projects as well, upcoming projects. Do we have enough bandwidth and manpower capability to take on more further projects, or are we just outsourcing a large part of this project?
You have answered the question. We are outsourcing large part of the projects so that our focus remains more on the ideation, supervisory, the little higher level of management, So as a company, we would have at any given point of time 400-500 people who are on outsourced roles.
Okay, so are we hiring more to, garner, because the more people we can hire and we can do the more work on ourselves, we will generate a higher share of revenue, right? I mean, because...
No, we are. So the process is on, but at the same time, we are little choosy on people who hire, on full-time roles. So we are not rushing into it, but, as a company, we are, regularly hiring, in last 1 month, of July itself, we would have almost 15 more people would have joined.
Okay.
Or the offers are being laid out.
Are there any challenges you are facing on those fronts?
Join back the queue, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Sahil Sharma from Columbus Capital. Please go ahead.
Sir, given our wonderful capabilities of building these parts, designing the different kind of sculpture, different kinds of artwork from this waste, sir, have we considered any international projects, Dubai, Singapore, or anywhere nearby?
Yes, I just answered that question, I believe, probably a couple of minutes back, that we are pursuing several ideas right now in international arena as well. But because of a little too much of pressure here, because 3 months of lack of activity because of code of conduct, we have been a little more swamped right now than usually are. So our expectation is the second half of the year we will start focusing on our international expansion as well, because as someone rightly pointed out, that gives a far higher realization as well.
Right, sir. Actually, what I was trying to understand is that, would those also be some kind of a, municipality contract, hand kind of thing, or would those be outright Zen Tech parks, or just from your initial exploration?
So my initial exploration point of view, I don't necessarily need to work with a, municipal corporations or equivalent in those countries. India, it becomes challenging because the land in the cities are so expensive. And if we need to keep the affordability in mind, we need to bring in the government as a partner to keep the cost of the project down. If I go into a country where the land prices are not higher, I rather, create my own strategy of running and owning these parks. I don't need to be dependent.
Understood. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Yogesh Sarode, an individual investor. Please go ahead. Mr. Sarode, please unmute yourself and go ahead with your question, please.
Hello? Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I think a lot of questions which I have already been answered. A few of the things which I wanted to ask was, going forward, what would be the vision for the company? Would it be the theme parks or would it be the other two verticals as well? Because all of the teams have the government support. And largely for this year that you are also quoting is majority of the revenue would be coming from theme parks. But for the vision, sir, going forward for the next 2 to 3 years, what could be the area that we would be focusing on?
So first of all, our vision is very clear that it is around sustainability, right? The sustainability can be in form of the theme parks. What we do in the space of water is also a sustainable solutions, because we are preserving the groundwater from getting contaminated. Otherwise, this chemical infected water would have gone into the ground. Similarly, when we are doing, flood protection systems or river embankment systems, are also, towards the cause of sustainability of the earth part, So that sustainability remains the core of our, existence, Now, as the life would be, yes, we are, we have developed much faster in the theme park, business because of the consumer nature of the business. But our focus also remains to see that how these other two businesses get developed faster, So as a company, we have been now putting more resources to see that these two businesses should continue to grow at a faster pace as well, So we are ramping up the management team there. And also it is important from an overall company point of view because these other two businesses are largely, private sector business. So in our overall offering, it provides that balancing as well. So we will continue to push growth in the other two businesses. I think some senior level, people are also joining the team in very recent future. So that will also provide the necessary focus and push in those businesses as well.
Great. Okay. Sir, one last question on the project that we have on the theme park side. How many parks are we going live with? Is it okay to say 6 parks are going live this year?
Between now and, let's say, March, we expect a minimum of 7, 8 parks probably going online, if not more. In fact, the thing is that the government wants me to do it faster. The challenge is whether can we do it. And so that's the question of ramping up the team, ramping up the resources.
Okay. Great, sir. That's all from my side, sir. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Rohit Priyadarshi, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity again. I want to understand the amount of cases that we are
sorry, you're not very
We
clear.
are not
Can you
able
use
to
your
hear you.
handset mode, please?
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to understand the amount of cases that we are planning related to theme parks for FY25, specifically for UP and for India, if you can provide the breakup.
So, we don't have a breakup for India or UP as such. As I mentioned earlier, that a large part of CapEx which is going is capitalizing our profits into a project. So the money which I make in any project, part of that money is getting capitalized. But if I look at from a balance sheet point of view, we should have 10 to 20% of our hybrid or our theme park EPC business should get capitalized this year, plus the Noida project which should get capitalized at another 10 to 15 crore rupees. So that would be the kind of a numbers which we'll be looking at.
Okay, sir. And sir, for one more understanding, sir, I want to understand the sources of revenue that we make from a particular park. If you can summarize.
I will summarize again. The sources of revenue, the first source of revenue is the EPC. The second source of the revenue is ticket share. The third source of the revenue is an F&B rental plus revenue share. The fourth is the kids activities. Fifth is the adventure activities. Sixth is the retail area. Seventh is the events. Eighth is the branding advertisement.
Okay.
So these are the ones at least we are clear about.
Okay. So thank you so much. Sir, just one more question related to this only. So there was a press release about the Systems Park that you are going to open in Lucknow. It is related to sports arena.
Right.
So, sir, how we are to make a revenue on that?
We are not able to hear you.
Sir, if you can provide
Join back in the queue, Mr. Priyadarshi. Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Manish from Middleton Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So the revenue in FY26 can be about 225 crores and 40 crores PAT?
Sorry, I don't know, at this point of time, but yes, the business looks good.
So we'll grow by about a 50 or 60% next year, no? That is FY26?
We intend to, and we are very confident about it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take that as last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference over to Ms. Sangamita Borgohain, Managing Director from Zen Tech India Limited, for closing comments. Over to you, ma'am.
Hi. I hope everyone has got their answers and we were quite good to answer them back. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So now, are we good to conclude this session?
Yes, ma'am. Any closing comments from you?
Yeah, I would like to thank everyone, for taking out all the time. And now, as we continue to expand and innovate, Zen Tech India Limited remains committed to transforming landscapes and advancing sustainable practices for a better tomorrow. I would like to thank you all for taking the time out and attending this call. I'm also thankful to each member of Zen Tech family, as well as our clients, creditors, banks, financial institutions, and all the stakeholders. For any further queries or information, please get in touch with our investor relation team. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Thanks. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of Zen Tech India Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.